All right, welcome back to another episode of, I don't know, Christopher Polvoorde or whatever you want to call it. But today I've gotten a lot of questions on what I do to my pre-runners, how I get them ready for Baja, and kind of why I choose a Pro R. So today we're going to kind of cover that. We're right here in Ensenada, Baja, California. Going to start pre-running tomorrow. Just got down here, getting caught up on paperwork, getting all situated. But let's walk through my 2023 Polaris Pro R.
Soy un hombre muy honrado que me gusta lo mejor.
And yeah, so right here, looking at it, first thing I do, 35 Toyo Tires, so 35-inch Toyo Tires, these Vision Ojos wheels, it's the 5-lug, awesome, true bead lock. So first thing, 5 of those. Moving back, I mean, overall, this is my second Pro R. This one has 2,200 miles on it. My last one had over 7,000 miles on it. I used them a ton, all for pre-running. I've never actually played in my Pro R. Everything's been straight pre-running, so true miles. But we'll just kind of walk through the front. So eventually I want to put a bumper with some rigid lights on this one. I just haven't got around to it. And the Baja 400, we don't pre-run at night, so not really necessary. The Baja 1000, I'll have some more. I have some new rigid lights on order for this. But basically, as moving back, A-arms, steering, front diff, all stock. Haven't changed it. In my last car, I didn't change any of it. Like, it had the original front diff at over 7,000 miles. I do upgrade the springs, and then on this one, I just put these ERP shock forks. But in the past, so this is the first time out with them. They look really good, so hopefully, I've never had any issues with the stock ones, but the ERP hooked it up with these awesome ones, so can't thank them enough for that. But I do revalve the shocks, front and rear, so we put a stiffer spring to kind of handle all the weight I add on, and then just tune it for what I'm using it for. I feel like these things are meant to be out of the box, driven really hard, and kind of, you know, glamorous terrain and stuff like that. For me, I'm going at like a 70% pace down here in Baja, so I want a little more cushy ride in the Baja setting. So that's why we do that. But factory Fox hooks it up with that. Moving on back, stock cage, just keeping it simple. These things are super reinforced, so it doesn't hurt. We got our Recaro seats. Normally I have both. One's off for a special project that I can't say. So back to just a stock one, but Recaro seats, some seat belts. I do run a TPMS sensors. Is it necessary? No, but it's $30 on Amazon, and I can see what all my tire pressures are when I'm pre-running. So then when I'm off, like if I'm bushwhacking or if I feel like it, then I don't have to get all unstrapped and be like, do I have a flat or is it going low? This gives me temps and the tire pressure. So, and it's $30 on Amazon, guys. Like, it's a cheap investment. It's kind of just a cool factor. Simple mirror, and then I do have a Garmin GPS that mounts up here. It's not in right now. And then on the other side, my co-rider, he just holds a Lowrance GPS. Really simple. Stock doors, everything's stock. I mean, this car, the more you'll walk around, it's just stock. But I do add door bags so I can have all my goodies, some gear, stickers, you know, the essentials, keep my trackers and stuff in there. One of those on each side. Really simple. Oh, and then we'll jump in right here. So big upgrade for me is these Optima batteries, the new orange top. So I use the quad 16s in here, one on each side. Brand new lithium batteries, so they're lightweight, and then they're super smart, and it's just kind of the ideal battery for this. And what I love about them is they have a battery shut off here. The Optima, the link right here. So I'm able to turn the batteries off at night just to make sure anything's draining. But then also it adds just a little form of security. But now that I posted online, I don't know, now people, if you're trying to steal my razor, this is how you turn my battery on. But no, you're able to turn the battery off, and then it also tells you kind of about your battery you can do some things. But super easy, super rad. The Optima battery, always confident, not gonna leave me stranded, because a lot of times we're turning off in the middle of nowhere. But we can jump in here and kind of see my PCI radio setup. So PCI Link Pro, or what is it, a 4-link Pro Elite intercom, and then a Kenwood 50-watt radio. And then we also have a PCI Race Air mounted in the back here with a switch. But overall, super simple. I love this setup. I like the audio on this intercom. I'm able to turn the squelch all the way down, so then I'm just always talking, so it just makes it a little easier. And then, yeah, in here, stock wheel, pretty much, yeah, just stock. Got the stock dash, yeah, basic. They just work. There's no reason to change if it isn't broken. So then we jump into the back here. Stock doors again, stock seat. I carry a chainsaw in case we ever get stuck somewhere and need to kind of cut out, or there's a tree falling in the road. A lot of times I'm the first one down here pre-running. So yeah, there's trees down. So I kind of have to, I just carried it. I found it's nice. And in Utah, where I live now, chainsaws are kind of, everyone kind of carries them, because yeah, a lot of down trees in the woods and stuff. So I just made it a feature I throw in. Got my Race Air, and then I have a 20-gallon fuel tank right here. External fuel tank, all aluminum. We custom built it. It is not plumbed or anything. It's full. It only has a vent and then a cap. I find it's easier to do that, especially since I'm going through Pro R so much. I don't want to be drilling tanks or changing. And this is just a safer thing, in my opinion. I think once you start cutting and drilling, it just adds a level of, you know, failure. So I'll walk around to the other side, but then also toe strap just thrown in there. Let's check out the other side real quick. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, another upgrade I do is upper ball joints. I do put an upgraded upper ball joint, but everything else is stock. I kind of forgot that. So yeah, you hop here. I have this handy dandy Harbor Freight. I think it's like $6. It's a pump, and then the cap. So I just drop this little fuel pump right in. It's battery powered. Boom, right there. And then this runs straight into my tank. So I get a good range with this extra 20 miles. Like, I don't even know my fuel calcs, because it's just never an issue. I'm never going over 200 miles usually, and this is well more. I think with this I probably could get like 300 miles or something, but I haven't sat down and added it up. And then I got these Milwaukee pack out boxes, so I try to keep it really simple. These are literally, you buy them at Home Depot. This one's empty because this is kind of, but I literally mount this bracket right to my fuel tank, and then my fuel tank all tiles into the seat mounts, and these clip right in, and it's kind of interchangeable. So for, depending on the mission, they clip in like that, and then we're done. This one's empty, and then this one's all fluids. So I carry a bunch of, oh, they're rattled away, but VP contact cleaner, lubricants, Stay Frosty, and then oils and stuff. Just when we're out there, in case something happens, then you know what, most of the time I give a lot of that away to random people, and I give away a lot of gas since I have so much. We find guys on bikes, and then even big pre-runners that miscalced, like going over the summit and stuff. We find them everywhere. So having to be able to just like throw in gas for other people makes it really easy. Moving back, like I said before, we revalve the shocks. And then spare tire on the back all the way here. It's a CSD Racing Products spare tire mount, super easy, bolts right on. You do have to reroute the exhaust, but that's all part of their kit. It's easy, and I really like having this tire on the back. It makes it a little longer. I feel like having the weight on the back, it makes the car ride a little better. I like the characteristics a little bit better. And I like to be able to see out the back. So many people mount them here, but then if you're trying to back up, or for us when we're pre-running and a trophy truck rolls up on us, you're trying to go, is there something back there? And it's all dusty, and then there's a tire there, you can't see. This, it's low, out of the way. And then it also works as a rear bumper for when people hit you pre-running, which I won't say names, but I've had pre-runners, trophy truck pre-runners, push me out of the way. So that's fine, it's fine. And then jumping back here, another Milwaukee pack out. And this one's super rad. Like, it's so easy. I'll just show you, like, we literally just bolt it straight to the plastics, this frame. And then just take this, boom, it's in. And then in here I have tools, impacts, spare belt, seal kit, TP, some importance. Trying to think what else. Funnels with these cars. So you're trying to put in oil or stuff without funnels, nearly impossible. So that's kind of it on that. Fire extinguisher. Yeah, I have my fire extinguisher, a Safecraft, just quick mount one. Always carry fire extinguishers in these things. I've seen multiple burn up. They go up so fast. And then I got my rigid tail lights. This one flashes all the time, and then that one's my brake light. I always recommend having a rear flasher because when you're going through the dust, it helps identify. And then on top, got my PCI antenna, and then I run a satellite antenna I have satellite comms. One thing I forgot to mention on this is my jack. I'm really simple. This is literally a $15 jack for an RV to level it. I weld an impact, or I put a nut on it so I can run it with an impact, and that's what I carry. I'm able to change tires, able to get out of situations with that. I think that's the simplest. It's light, it's easy. There's really nothing to fail on it. Yeah, that's kind of it. And then you can see I have this fuel vent for my tank, but overall, really basic, just a pro car. A stock Pro R. Polaris really knocked it out of the box with this, so I don't really have a reason to change it, and I think I've proved it. I have about 10,000 miles of pre-running on a stock Pro R, and yeah, like I said before, my other car had literally the stock belt, stock front diff, stock tranny, everything was stock. Yeah, they're just simple, they work. I'm trying to think of what else I have. Like in my tool bags, just if you guys are curious, more toilet paper, bunch of extra phone chargers, sunglasses, sunscreen, and food. And then just the bare essentials. But that's kind of what I build to go. This is my ultimate pre-runner. It's 4-wheel drive, it's efficient, it's very cheap to run. I can fit 3 people, all our stuff, and I can run at incredible speeds. The amount of mileage I've been able to cover in this thing compared to past things, it's just incredible. I usually average about 200 to 300 miles a day, and that's just not, that's long days, but we're not killing ourselves. I wake up the next morning ready to do it again. So that's a wrap. If you have any more questions on this, but yeah, I already have plans to order another one and build an identical to this one in a couple months once I put a couple more 1,000 miles on this. So if you got any questions, let me know. But stock Pro R, 10,000 miles, can't complain.
Motherfucker, dude, that's 2 in a row, bro.
Yeah. This isn't really a roll, this is just a stock. God damn it.
So that's what we need to do. We need to get